Welcome to the SNA Live podcast, hosted by Three the Hard Way. This is for the culture. Black and Latinx. Where you at?
What's good, cigar fam? It's your boy Seaway, and welcome to SNA Live, the podcast not just about cigars and cigar lounges, but life in general. Because if you're in a nice cigar lounge smoking with your peoples and only talking about cigars, then you missed the whole motherfucking point. We're recording as always from Smoking Ashes, Cigars and Haberdashery, the hottest cigar lounge in these United States. With me as always are my partners in crime, Leak and the GM, aka Rye. Say what's up to the people.
Yo, what's good?
What's going on, fam? What is the deal?
This is episode number 7, entitled
Season 2.
Okay, I'm reloaded. We're going to be talking about the ratchet, the blicky, the biscuit, the burner. In plain English, we're talking about guns, y'all. So we're going to be talking about specifically America's fascination with guns. We're going to be talking about the Second Amendment and how it applies to us as black and brown people in these United States. We're going to be introducing a new segment called Critical Beatdown, while we're going to be profiling new producers and artists. And we're bringing back What You Rockin' With. And with that being said, as usual, cut your stick, light them up, and let's get it popping.
Welcome to SNA Live, a podcast like no other. Featuring Three the Hard Way. You want it, you got it. Yes, we are back. Episode 7. We are locked and loaded and ready to rock. We're going to address some of the stories of how America is fascinated with its guns, all the way from the hood to the hills. But right now, it's a perfect time to get your stick, get your drink, get your seat, and let's rock.
Episode number 7.
Crazy.
Time is flying by, man.
Season 2.
Yes. Flying by. Entitled, Okay, I'm Reloaded. So for those that don't know the reference, the original reference...
Smack yourself if you don't.
...is hard, like backhand, pimp style, with some baby powder.
Facts.
So the original reference is from Carlito's Way. And Rockefeller took that little line from Carlito's Way, and you remember the dude's name that used to say it?
Oh, the Spanish dude. What's shit.
Lee?
Damn. No, I'm drawing blank.
Pain in the ass.
Pain in the ass. There you go. Damn.
So he used to do the little skit on the Jay-Z albums.
Especially the first album.
Yeah. It was the first, second, and third albums, I want to say. All the way up to like maybe third or maybe it was like one of the rock compilation albums. But definitely.
Yeah, they brought him in for a couple of skits.
Yeah.
They bring him back for that.
Yeah. So that's where it came from. So, but if you really watch Carlito's Way, I fucking love that movie.
It's one of my favorite. We've had discussions about that.
I mean, that's my dog's name is Benny Blanco.
There
So you can tell I love
from
the movie.
the Bronx.
Yeah. But he actually says, I'm reloaded, okay?
Yeah.
Not okay, I'm
Okay,
reloaded.
I'm reloaded.
But it sounds more dramatic, with the way Rockefeller did it. So, and maybe there was some copyright issues. I don't know. So,
Oh, no, definitely was copyright issues.
yeah. So before we get into today's topics, as usual, we're going to talk about what we're smoking, what we're drinking. So, Leek, I'm going to let you set it off today, brother.
So I went with the Hiram & Solomon Traveling Man. I'm a big fan of Hiram & Solomon. We will be having an event with them coming soon at Smoking Ashes, 200 Wall Raven Drive.
Teaneck, New Jersey.
Yeah, 07666.
They have some great cigars. This one here is the Traveling Man. It has an Indonesian Sumatra wrapper, Indonesian binder, and fillers from all different regions in Nicaragua and Dominican. I think it has like 6 different regions in the filler. So it's a lot going on with the cigar. This is not for the faint of heart. This is
mad complex right there.
Very complex. It's also spicy. If you're not into spicy, this is not your cigar. But it's definitely one of my go-tos for the Hiram Solomon.
They make a couple like that.
They make some good ones. Did you know Blanco blended this?
Which one?
David.
Is it David Blanco?
Yeah, he blended this. Yeah,
Good for him.
Yeah, I was shocked with that.
Good for
but yeah,
him.
great cigar.
Same David Blanco?
Yeah.
Was this his pops or his?
I'm not sure. As I was looking it up, it just said David Blanco. I figured it was him.
Hopefully it was his pops.
Yeah. So what are you smoking, Rob?
Motherfuckers is remedial, yo.
So, I am
man.
smoking on the Bombay Classic. This torpedo, light Connecticut, and I did this on purpose to pair with what we're drinking.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have an epic battle going on.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Something had to subdue itself, so
Yeah.
I went with the cigar. But it's a Costa Rican made cigar, and Bombay is a fantastic company.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's so many lines that come off of this. You know what I mean? Like,
And they are flying off the shelves.
they are.
they-
They
Our
definitely
members
are.
are loving them. The customers are loving them. Like
These are great
They've been buying like
cigars.
5 or 6 at a time just because they know, like, oh, if I come back in a week or so, they may not be there.
Yes.
So let me buy like 5 or 6. Talking about
That
you,
is
Teddy.
correct.
We see you.
That is correct.
Shout
man.
out Teddy. What's good, brother?
We got you, Teddy.
But just this, give a quick backdrop. This Bombay Classic, it has an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, which I like, smooth right off the top.
Yeah.
The binder is also an Ecuadorian, and the fillers are from DR, Nicaragua, and Peru. So you have a little bit of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit of a mixture at the end to try to, give some spice on the inside, but the outsides are all smooth and natural. Real cool smoke, real smooth, real well put together. So Bombay Classic, definitely a great smoke. First cigar of the day, second cigar.
Cool.
Definitely.
Nice.
What are you smoking on, Conway?
So I have the La Canem.
Oh,
It's
shit.
produced in DR, but
Yo, that's
and I think you smoked this a couple episodes ago, and I haven't smoked it since we used to hang out at Ruben's back in
Yes.
Hackensack. Like,
Yes.
this is years back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's been a minute. So when you had smoked it a couple episodes ago, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. Not try it, but I'm gonna bring it back.
Yeah.
So even though it's produced in DR, the rapper is a Connecticut broadleaf. You know, that's one of my favorite rappers,
Sir.
next to Nas and Ray. That was horrible. It was a horrible joke. I'm gonna step it up, I promise.
all right.
So we got the Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, and then we got the Nicaraguan long fillers inside. So I'm
Sumatra binder.
yeah, right.
Okay.
It's usually the wrapper, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It is usually wrapped.
That's why I love that cigar.
Yeah.
So it's smooth as hell so far. You know I love my box press cigars.
Yep.
So I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far, and we're pairing it. It was only right because we're talking about guns. I know we've drank this season already, but we had to get the bullet.
Yeah.
Why? Because
Shit, I should have smoked a shotgun shell.
what better? Yeah. What
Drop
better?
the ball.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all good. Because the beautiful thing about this country is guns are gonna come up again.
We'll do it again.
We'll do
another
it
time.
again another
Facts.
time.
Facts.
We love our guns. So speaking about that, let's get right into it.
America's
topic number one.
fascination. Yeah.
But
you're not lying, man. And you can take this back to, jeez, Cowboys and Indians with kids playing with guns.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This
Yes.
goes back to
the
essence.
yeah,
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
founding of the country.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wanted to tell a quick story real quick, just going to that. So I was having this conversation with this, I at the time I knew he was possibly racist, found out he was definitely racist later on.
If this is where I think it's going, I am so glad you brought this up. Go ahead.
So we're talking, and we're having this race issue. We were co-workers, but we used to talk cordial, never got crazy. But then he lost me here. I stopped talking to him. So we're talking, and he's like, yeah, but what is it about, guns? I mean, everybody can have guns. I'm like, yeah, we going back and forth. He goes, well, listen, this country was taken because we had guns and we killed Indians. I'm like, yeah, because they didn't have guns. He's like, well, that's their fault. They were weak. They didn't have guns. I was like, what?
First of all, that's some cold-blooded shit.
I was like, but then that goes to the mentality of going back.
Yeah.
I said, dude, I was actually, we were on a phone. I looked at the phone. I said, wow, bro, you know what? I can't talk to you no more. I haven't spoke to him since. No lie, I haven't spoken to him since.
I don't know about him in particular, but a lot of the people that talk sometimes, I don't even know if they would shoot a deer, let alone shoot a person. No, I'm serious, because sometimes it's easy to just say it, you know what I mean, and talk
not really be about that life.
Yeah, shit is different doing that, man.
Yeah, that's real talk.
They make it sound like, but you hear the ignorance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I remember you told me that story.
Yeah.
And at the time, you had told it, and you probably said it was on the phone, but I lost that part of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just imagining if somebody said that to me in person.
Yeah.
Because that same mentality is the same mentality of, well, you guys were slaves. It's your fault.
Exactly.
It's exactly that.
Because it's a direct line.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's a direct 1-to-1.
Yep.
So it's just like, okay, all right.
You ignorant as fuck.
Like, okay.
Really?
But flashing forward, you
had disease.
You
had disease. That's really what did it. It was fucking disease.
Yeah.
Get a little fucking get your education right with that.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. So, but flash forward with the progression of this country and its fascination with weapons, the Wild West.
Yes.
Billy the Kid, the OK Corral. What's the dude that Kevin Costner played?
Kevin Costner. And no, that was Kurt Russell.
No, but they played the same role. Who was it?
It was Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp.
Yeah, Wyatt Earp.
Yeah, Wyatt Earp.
That's right.
Yeah.
He did play Wyatt Earp. You know why I never gave it a light of day? Because Tombstone is one of my all-time classics.
Because Tombstone is a great fucking movie, and Kevin Costner is boring as hell.
Yeah,
and
he's like Nicolas Cage.
No, do not compare those two.
I have to, bro. He's Nicolas Cage in every role. He doesn't change, bro. We'll have that discussion another time.
But at least Nicolas. All right, you know what? Another topic for another day. Nicolas Cage is entertaining at least.
Episode 8. Look for the episode of Nicolas Cage
versus Kevin Costner.
The versus.
Who come out?
Waterworld versus Face Off. We doing it live right here on SNA Live.
No, but seriously though, like, it's romanticized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in terms of what Billy the Kid was doing.
I was a Young Guns fan. I love that movie.
With what all these dudes was doing, and it's like at the end of the day, these dudes were robbing banks and shooting people, and it's just like, but it's all well and good
because it was them.
Yeah,
but when Jesse Lee did it, it was a problem.
Yeah, like it's all like, all right, the movies and the reality.
And Jesse Lee I was referring to is from the Posse.
Yeah, I remember.
No, I know.
Okay,
Yeah.
just for those out there.
Yeah.
For those out there who just don't know who I meant.
So Posse, if you don't know, Google it. Mario Van Peebles.
Yes.
Black Cowboys.
It was
the story of the Black Cowboys.
And that's the thing. When you watch John Wayne movies, when you watch Clint Eastwood movies, you would think there were no black people in the Old West, and that was actually the furthest thing from the truth. I want to say I saw a statistic where it was like 1 in every 12 cowboys was a black.
Yeah, no, they were.
man.
It was common.
Yeah.
It was a common thing.
It wasn't like crazy or whatever. So when Posse came out, I remember I was a kid. We was about 13, 14.
Yeah, around there. Around 92, 93. Yeah. Maybe 91.
Because we're not taught these things, I looked at it like, oh, this is cool. Like we weren't there, but this would be cool fantasy. Like Black Cowboys, that's cool.
Because it's not what we were taught.
Yeah, but then you look at the actual history of what was going on. It's like, oh shit, no, we were there.
We were there.
Yeah.
And that's why I like that movie. They actually reference a lot of the actual cowboys and they show the actual pictures.
At the end of the movie.
At the end of it.
Yep.
So
shout out Big Daddy Kane. He was in that movie.
Tone Loc.
Wow, Tone Loc.
Yeah, I forgot he was in that.
Let's not forget about Tone Loc. Tone Loc was in there. And probably one of the best B-movie fucking actors of all time. Give it up for Billy Zane, yo.
Yes. Wow.
Yo, he is the B-movie king, yo.
Yeah.
Because he played that role dope when he was the Colonel.
He is. Yo, that dude.
And he was in Tombstone.
Yeah, he was in Tombstone. I forgot about that. Yeah,
he played. He was the dude who was like the guy on stage doing the play.
Yeah, he was like the thespian.
Yes.
the word of the day. We need to introduce a new segment. The word of the day. What is that word?
Today's word today is thespian.
I've never heard that in my life.
I've heard of it. I don't know what it means.
No, please explain.
Seriously, you never heard the word thespian?
I never heard that word.
It's a fancy word for actor.
That's really? All it is. I've never heard that word. That's dope. I like that.
Yeah, just a fancy word for actor.
I love learning something new every day, man.
Yeah.
Not right. Cancel culture. Let me stop.
I know you exactly where this going.
Let's get back on topic. So cancel culture.
So what I was gonna say was, what I was gonna say on Real Talk, Billy Zane is like the Daniel Day-Lewis of B movies.
Yo, that is a great fucking. Yo, that is so spot on.
Because that dude is a legend in that. Right, exactly.
C to B, right
there.
That's
Daniel Day-Lewis.
He's a good actor too. So is Billy Zane, but getting back to the Wild West and just how it was glamorized with.
But they like. First of all, it's cartoonish, and that's why I think we have so many mass shootings because the way we portray shootings on film, it influences the people and the culture. You would have a movie where the dude had a 6-shooter shoot a dude 27 times and never reload. You know what I'm saying? You'd have a dude in I remember Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. My man gets shot in the shoulder, falls down, he's screaming, oh. The very next scene, picks up a big ass gun
The 50
with the
cal,
same,
the road,
with the same arm that he's got shot in. And I was like, dude, that arm is done.
Yeah, you're done.
You got hit in the shoulder
With an alien laser.
Big ass, exactly. It's a wrap.
It wasn't even a bullet. It got shot with like an alien laser.
But that's what happens though.
It's true.
It's a you get desensitized.
You do.
And you start to think like, oh, it's
not that serious.
It's not that serious. It's not that big of a deal.
I mean, even to hunting. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I used to be fascinated with, oh my God, that's cool. And as you get older and then you start loving pets, you're like, that shit is barbaric, yo. You fucking going out killing animals just for fun, just so you can say you killed somebody.
I hate that.
Not for food.
That's what I hate.
Yeah. Not for
it's just
the pelts,
for
so
sport.
you can wear it because it's cold outside.
Because exactly, and we go back to the Native Americans, how it was mentioned earlier. They utilized they treated the animals sacred.
Yeah.
The killing was, they blessed the body, like they were thankful for it, and they used everything on that animal. From the bones to use it for tools and weapons, to the hides to make it into clothing, and they used
the teepees.
The teepees, that's right, and they used every organ. They ate everything. They didn't waste anything.
These dudes now, they put it in their freaking trophy case in their living room.
And
half the time they're not even the one that shot it. It'll be them, and they're like assistants or whatever, and then the real dude that they brought along with them will do the shooting.
Yeah, he just paid for the venture.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's just good. And half these dudes, they leave the bodies there. They don't, like I said, some of them won't even take it. They just do it for a picture.
Yeah.
My thing is this, my man, if you're gonna kill that bear, go do it with a knife. Let me see how real you are.
Exactly.
You're shooting this bear from 50 yards away with a rifle. I mean, come on now.
My pops always said, oh, hunting is a sport. It's not really a sport if the other person or other thing
he has no idea what's going on.
Participating. It's not a sport.
Like you think the deer, you think the deer went to go eat the leaf and it was like, pow, the right side of my head is missing. I was expected of this today. No.
Like they have no idea what's going on.
No.
It's not a sport. They're not voluntarily.
I can't stand that
voluntarily participating. All right, but we have to get to our new segment. We're introducing a new segment, y'all. It's called Critical Beatdown, and it's coming up next.
Make room. It's time for the Critical Beatdown inside the SNA Live podcast. It's either time for a new artist or a new producer. This is the Critical Beatdown inside the SNA Live podcast.
So welcome back, and I will take the lead on this one right here. First time I get a chance to say that on the show. Wow, Lee. You need to be on this side one day. It feels.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you have to do it one day. It feels powerful. Now I know why Conway's always. Conway's got the conch. Remember that from like the conch.
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies. Conway always has the conch. I have the conch now.
Take it away.
Now, welcome to the Critical Beatdown segment. What we're doing is we're taking time out to highlight, and we don't do it this often. We try to be very strategic with the artists that we select.
Definitely.
And what we do is we give a quick little glimpse into an artist's background, play something of theirs so you guys can hear for your listening pleasure, and give you some looks so you can check them out on social media, give them a follow, see what you like, and support the people that we support, because these individuals are really, really dope. So on this week's Critical Beatdown, we are celebrating the moment of unleashing DJ Static to the masses.
There you go.
Static,
what up?
It's good, baby.
BX Burrow's own.
Talented brother, very talented
Static
brother.
has been doing beats for well over 20 years. He's a talented DJ, talented producer. He's been around everyone from the Baha Men to Redman. Like, he's been on tours. He's a tour DJ. Static is dope as hell.
Listen to season 1. We interviewed him. You could learn a little bit more about him.
And we're going to bring Static back on the show as well again. But if you ever had a chance and you live in the greater New York, New Jersey area, come up here to Smoke and Ashes and check out Static.
Sir.
He is here in person. And
doing Classic Sundays.
Classic Sundays right now. And we will be showcasing him with we're going to do a producer showcase with him one night here, where they're going to be DJing their beats against each other.
Nice.
It's hot.
That's coming up. But real quick, I want to give you guys a little drop of what the talent of Static can do. Yo, that boom bap is real.
Yo, this beat is so hard, it make me feel like I got bars. Like,
I feel like we about to yo. Yeah. So again, big up to Static. Guys, please follow him on Instagram. You can follow him at DJ Static Beats. And you could also follow him at DJ Static 222. Dope brother. He is a walking jukebox. He is a hip hop. For me, listen, that guy he's hip hop.
He's the epitome of it. Definitely.
He is hip hop to the death, man. And he's a talented artist, man.
Check.
Oh shit, you got a leak ready to go.
I keep computers puting on me.
Oh shit. But yes, we just wanted to introduce you guys to this new segment again, showcasing some of the local artists that we're not even local because we know a lot of artists that range from all different areas, you know, in the world. So that was the Critical Beatdown. Again, that was
Static
featured DJ Static. You can check him out here at Smoking Ashes
on Sundays. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
So let's get into our next topic. We're talking about the Second Amendment. And for those that don't know what the Second Amendment is, it's the right to bear arms. Now, this is a controversial amendment, to say the least, because essentially, when the Constitution was written, the first 10 amendments are called the Bill of Rights. So those were the first 10 that were done with respect to the Constitution. And the Second Amendment was the right to bear arms at a time when the most sophisticated gun was a musket. And for those that don't know what a musket is, it takes about an hour and 57 minutes to load up before you can shoot one shot.
Yo.
And if the person is more than 10 feet away from you, it's not going to reach.
Hold on 1 second. I got you.
Yo, hold up right there, son.
I got you right
you
there.
talking
Stay right
shit?
there,
All
right
right, watch.
That's all we're doing is watching. That's all we're doing. That was one of the first guns that took 2 guys to fire. Maybe even 3 sometimes. Because you had to have one dude hold it, the other guy fill it with the fucking lead and pellet, and then fucking the other guy to
with
shoot
the powder and then stuff it down.
Yeah, like
So flash forward when we got now AR-15s, AK-47s, FNMs. So
they call them Dracos.
yeah. So it's a situation where some people feel that the founding fathers didn't take into consideration the growth of the gun industry and what it would lead to technologically in terms of the ability to have a fully automatic weapon.
Yeah.
Some people though are like, they just said arms. Whatever whatever form that it takes, it's still arms.
For face value,
yeah.
it is.
Interpretation of it. Yep.
So now we might ruffle some feathers with this one. So I'm not trying to. Now you know what? I'm gonna just ask it just very plain. I'm gonna start with the GM.
Okay.
Your perspective, Second Amendment.
Oh, who was it for? At the end,
Damn sure it wasn't for us.
So I mean, that's exactly where I was going to. I mean, look, we can go back to. Let's go back to the Black Panthers. Like, it was all right in America to walk down the street in Illinois or Idaho, rifle, shotguns.
Shit, in California. That's where the Panthers started. It was okay in California.
I'm not even referring to them yet. I'm just talking about rural America.
Oh, yeah.
Walking around with their guns, still living in the Wild West. It was okay when they were doing it. But the minute some people of color decide to do the same thing that they did, except
and exercise their
rights.
Yeah.
Yep.
It became a problem.
Huge problem.
Look, I do believe that if somebody on the other team can have something, I should be able to have something as well.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer of that. And I actually used to. When I first got into guns, I'm a licensed gun holder for going on 10 years now. So if you're
thinking about breaking into the GM's crib, you might think twice because you might walk out with an extra hole.
Or 4. Yeah, don't do that one. I'm retarded. I have a bunker. I'm just
got guns that go through walls.
To you, the car and the parking meter. So yeah, no. But just I was a supporter in the beginning when I got into being a gun owner, going to gun ranges, and meeting other individuals. Like one of the guys, I mean, I learned from a lot of guys that were either ex-cops, ex-army,
military
base.
Yeah.
You know, all of them were white dudes too. They were cool as shit though. You know what I mean? The guys I had interactions with, they were cool as shit.
Yeah.
Never made me feel uncomfortable once. And that's what made me open my mind a little bit, because the people I learned from, they didn't give me a negative feel. And what I'm alluding to is that I started supporting the idea of like the NRA and all this stuff, because like, you know what, we should be able to bear arms. I am also a conspiracy theorist. You know, listen to episode 2, season 2. You know, you know, you could tell where. But I was a prepper, a bunker.
Yeah, he's ready for the zombies. Just so you know.
Yeah, I am. That's okay though. I'm proud of that one.
When the zombie attack happens, yo,
Go to his house.
Go to Rye's crib.
We'll be waiting, man. The vaccinations are out, man. So it's gonna be popping soon. So anyway, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
No, don't take me too serious. But I was a believer with the NRA, and because, like I said, the people I was learning from, they were all NRA certified, and they were cool. And I believed in it for a while until Philando Castile. And when a licensed gun holder who had the right to carry, who openly acknowledged that he had a license and acknowledged that he had the gun, still got gunned down by a cop. Not one member of the NRA supported this licensed gun holder. And that's the real moment, again, for me to really realize, not that I didn't know before,
but it really
hit home where I'm like, you know what, they're not for us. And a lot of this wasn't for us to begin with.
Exactly.
And that's why now in the current landscape, you see where we're at. Over the last 2 years, year and a half, you see a lot more black coalition groups forming with buying guns, being gun owners, supporting yourself, training yourself, because you saw the landscape of the world where it was going at one point in time.
Shit was getting scary.
But as Americans, right, we're all Americans at the end of the day, right? So technically, right? I know.
We are. The reason I made that face,
because we're more American than the Americans.
Exactly. Like the reason I made that face is because the way certain Americans view themselves versus quote unquote others. As if they're more authentic Americans than anybody of color. Once again, not all. I'm just saying the way some. That's the only reason I made the face. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, just the whole. It just hurt to see that it was. This wasn't for us. And now seeing that more people have come to light to build more groups, they're getting trained, they're training with each other now more. And I'm referring to people of color.
Not these militia groups.
Not the militia groups, no. Because again, at the end of the day, I don't understand how this isn't, if not equally scary, because it's scary at the end of the day. Seeing a bunch of guys running through the streets with guns is scary as shit, but watching a militia building in like the back end of North Dakota is just as scary too.
It's even more scary.
I think so too, because they are planning for something.
Like,
getting
ready.
Like yes. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie. First time I went to a gun range, I felt weird because I was the only guy of color in there. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, here we go. That's how I felt.
Now it might be different in the South because I've been to a couple as well.
South is different.
And same thing. I was the only black dude there, and it just was like, okay, interesting.
No, it's a lot more black people. In the
all right, so here's a good one too though. When we went for your birthday, Leak, that was a very large place.
And only us.
It was just us.
Only us.
And the two instructors though had the most fun with who though?
With us.
With us.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Them dudes had a blast, and literally.
That was a good time.
Yo,
but here's the thing that nobody wants to say though.
Go ahead.
And it's not PC or whatever. Guns are fun as shit.
Like, no. Let's be honest. But like, this is why everyone else enjoys them though.
But that's what. Here's the problem, man. It's like right to bear arms versus like the danger to people's health and livelihood. Not even livelihood. Their life.
Their life. Yeah, it's a threat to life.
But because it's just ingrained and interwoven in the fabric of this country. Just guns in general, you can't separate. If you grow up in this country, you can't separate the fascination with them from the reality of ever since the whole COVID thing started like subsiding in terms of like the numbers kind of dwindling and people going out more, the mass shootings just started right back up. And it's to the point now where it's
but you know what? You know what it is too though, man. Like, yo, and not to make this into a COVID thing, but look. Human beings were social. if you had somebody who was teetering on the side of not being 100% sane,
Yes.
going on that lockdown,
Yeah,
put people over the edge.
definitely did.
And some people start thinking like, you know, even though it's harmless thinking in the beginning, but then they start thinking nobody cares about them, nobody loves them, everyone else is having fun, everyone else is, and now when we get back out, I'm gonna kill everybody.
I mean, just to stay on that topic, I mean, as far as my perspective on it, yes, I think you should be able to bear arms and have a pistol, but from what you just said, background checks should be done. If you have a history of psychological issues, if you have felonies from you holding a gun or shooting somebody with it, you shouldn't be able to own a gun.
So the felony part I agree with definitely, and not that I don't agree with the first one, but yo, you know, just like I do, filling out the application, the question asks whoever your sponsor is or whoever you're asking to be your reference person.
Yeah.
But I know where you're going. It should be a step further though. Just like so, I do insurance. So just like with insurance, if they do a background check, they go into your medical history to see if you've gone to a doctor for certain medical. They should be able to do that.
So I'm agreeing with you.
Maybe I missed something though. Can you rewind back about the felony thing?
So if you've been to jail for shooting somebody, you shouldn't be able to have a gun after that.
So here's the problem though. When you say the felony though, here's the problem.
Felony, well, if you shoot somebody.
But here's the thing. If you, yes, but be specific about that, because when you get disproportionately targeted by the police and you are more than likely to have a felony.
Yeah, that goes into a whole.
Then all of a sudden,
I get it.
we can't have guns and they can because.
And that's part of the problem, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem. I mean, going back to the 60s and 70s.
Because it's the same thing with voting.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you get disproportionately targeted and now you can't vote because you have a felony, but you only have a felony versus your white counterpart because you get targeted more.
Yeah, you're targeted more
than your
counterpart. No, it's true.
Yeah.
Facts.
And just the point I was trying to make before was I was referring to when you fill out for your firearm license, they allow your references to answer the questions for you. So one of the questions specifically is this person in their right mind? And are they sane enough to operate and own a handgun?
Yeah.
I am not no fucking doctor.
Yeah.
That's why I said they should go a step further. That shouldn't just be it. That's crazy. That's a stupid ass
I
question.
ain't no doctor.
It's a stupid ass question.
But that's how the rest see. But the thing is that the way the laws were written, right? It had none of that to do with it. And that's what the 3%ers are fighting for. The 3%ers are the ones that run. They're the ones that are. They're gun advocates. They're the don't tread on me guys with the snake. That's the 3%ers.
Stickers on their cars and shit.
Yes, 3%ers. You know, they're now I don't think I would hope that they don't think that somebody who is absolutely insane should own guns. But at the end of the day, they don't take away the right for that person to not have guns.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's fucking crazy as fuck.
No, it is. It is. So just really quick, because we're running out of time, just to give my little quick 2 cents. So my wife is anti-guns, like across the board, period. Point blank, end of story.
Surprising, known from where she's from.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, my wife's from Arizona, which is like a gun-loving state out of the many gun-loving states of this country.
Yeah.
That's where the Tombstone happened, OK Corral,
that's
all
what I'm
that.
saying.
But yeah, she's not a gun fan. So, and I get that in theory, I do. But one of my favorite groups is Mobb Deep, and Prodigy had this line in one of his songs, and I think it just speaks to the topic of what we're talking about to a perfect extent. I got guns because it's like that. You figure it out. Meaning, shit is crazy around me. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, all this theoretical talk, all this like, you know, whatever. But where I live or where I'm at or whatever at the current time is fucking crazy. I need to protect myself.
Facts.
So everything y'all want to talk about in theory or whatever, that's cool or whatnot. So I said that to say, I get it in theory, but like I said before, guns interwoven in the fabric of this country. So until there's just across the board no guns, I can't sit here and say, yeah, man, people shouldn't own a gun, you know, because once again,
And it'll never be that way though.
yeah, never. That's the problem.
Because if that happens, you will have a civil war.
There will be. Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. On that note, we got to get to our
literally
our next segment that we call What You Rockin' With.
This is What You Rockin' With inside the SNA Live podcast.
It's no introduction.
GM, I'm gonna let you start it off, brother. What you rocking with this week?
I mean, I stayed on topic with it, man. At the end of the day, listen, if you're interested in learning about handling and owning firearms, if it's legal wherever you reside at, I don't think it's a bad thing for you to do. I'm actually really rocking with going out to a gun range, whether you go out by yourself, go with your friends, go with your wife, you can take your kid. You know what I mean? It's something that is, like you said before, bro, you kind of used the word that was perfect to describe it. It's fun. When done responsibly.
It is. It just is.
It's a fun thing. It's
not
a thrilling
the PC thing to say, but it is.
No, it's not, but but yes. Yeah, I mean, people who have axe throwing now. I mean, like.
Yo, I did that shit before.
You see what I'm saying?
That shit is fun.
So, I mean, come on.
That shit actually was dumb fun.
So, I mean, come on. I'm not comparing an axe to a gun. I'm just saying, like, look, if done responsibly and done the right way, and I think that everyone should at least go out to a range once, try it out for yourself, and don't be scared of trying this thing that was considered taboo for so long for us, especially people of color. Because if you look at everybody else, you go to the Midwest, these kids are shooting guns at 6 years old.
Yeah. Early.
Like, for real.
Yeah.
You know, they're winning awards at 9, 10 years old for, long distance shooting. So that's what I'm rocking with, man. So, Leek, what are you rocking with this week?
So this week, I am rocking with me. Congratulations to me because I became a gun owner this year. Yes.
Get the strap.
Get the strap, son. But no, seriously, I got it. Just, kind of going to what you were saying. I mean, just us people of color, we have to not only just, I'll just say it. I did it for myself to protect myself and my family.
Which is the American right.
That's the American right. That's what everybody, for the most part, that's
what's
what everybody
sold.
else
At
does
least what's sold as the American right.
That's what everybody did. Again, I told you my story in the beginning about how I worked with some straight. I think we was talking about those militias up in the woods. I think these two guys I worked with were part of those, and they talked about Civil War. And actually, one of them even threatened me, saying if the Civil War breaks out, he better not see me because he got guns. And that awakened me. Being threatened by white supremacists awakened me and said, you know what? I was against guns before that, just because not so much everything we talked about. Mine was more of a personal. I have a short trigger, so I have a temper. So I always was scared of myself having a gun. So that's why I didn't have it, because I knew myself. But I have it because I have a family. I got to protect my family, especially with everything these times we live in, where I live at, where I'm surrounded by. I know everybody, 80% of my freaking town probably has freaking arsenals in their house, so why shouldn't I?
And you had a short temper when you were younger.
Yeah.
Not when you got older.
And that's why I said when I got older, I was just like, you know what, that was stupid. That was me being
But that's most kids in America. Yeah. Most kids have short tempers, especially coming up where we grew up in.
Exactly.
So, yeah, no. You got older and you were more responsible.
Definitely. And again, I went to a gun range for my 40th, and I said, yo, this is fun. It's being responsible, learning. You learn about the gun. You just don't, I'm not walking around the house with the gun in my hand like, what's going on? Who won it? You know?
Yeah. Looking in the mirror, talking to you.
I dare somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being responsible. You know what I mean? So
it has a purpose.
It does.
Say what? Say what again, motherfucker? I dare you. I double dare you.
Step on my lawn. I dare you to step on my lawn. Step on it. I dare you. But no, man, like it's just being responsible, and I think we should. Again, I even joined the freaking Black Gun Owners
coalition
on
Facebook. Yeah, same
you know
here.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody talks, and we give information to one another, and it's cool, man. They do it. Why can't we do it? So again, shout out to me for, like you said, stepping out of that mind frame, that young mind frame.
Welcome.
And I'm gonna, baby.
Welcome. Conway, what are you rocking with, bro?
So wait, before I get to what I'm rocking with, so when I said before, don't go to Riot's crib, or don't go to Lee's crib either.
Don't step on my lawn. I dare you. No,
so what I'm rocking with this week, I checked out
on every floor.
I checked out a documentary on Netflix on the son of Sam. So the reason why it goes with the topic is we know him as the son of Sam. For those that don't know,
Sam
though, David Berkowitz.
David Berkowitz.
When it first happened, before he started writing the letters, calling himself the son of Sam, when he wrote the letters to the police, he was known as the 45 caliber killer.
That's right.
Because he used 44.
44, okay, yeah, 44.
Because he used a 44 caliber gun, which was not the most common.
No, it's
gun.
not common.
It's not at all.
So it was the 44 caliber killer. So there's a documentary on him about how the killings, there was a theory that he wasn't a lone gunman, meaning out of the I think 13 people he shot and 6 people that he killed, that he didn't do all of them because there's you have to watch the documentary. It was actually
Never heard that angle.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. And I think it kind of got squashed over the years because when they were showing footage, a lot of people were talking about that during that era. So for those that don't know, these killings happened between the years of 1977 and 79 in New York City. There were killings in the Bronx, Queens, and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So the Queens district attorney actually went out on record saying, I believe that he was aided and abetted by others.
Wow.
They actually opened up an investigation, and it's about this journalist who pieced the whole thing together and came up with the conclusion that it actually was a cult going around killing people. It was really, really fascinating.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, definitely. I can't remember the name of it, but if you just go on Netflix
and look it up. You should probably find it.
I think it was actually Sons of Sam, like delving into the darkness or something like that. But check it out, man. And on that note, that concludes this episode. We appreciate you taking this journey with us. Be sure to follow us on One Institution Media's platform as we have officially joined the OIM family, as well as our usual social media sites at SNA Live Podcast.
Give us some likes and shares. Please share the pages.
And you know what? Chime in. Let us know if you think we're dead wrong and that guns should just be abolished completely across the board, or that, you know, we should be, as black people, stocking our guns up because something's coming. Or if you see it somewhere in between. But on that note, in the words of Miss Shirley Chisholm, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. We out.